Ready for Anything 52 Productivity Principles for Work and Life by David Allen Book Review. Hello everyone. Today I am going to review the book, Ready for Anything 52 Productivity Principles for Work and Life by David Allen. Accomplish more with less effort. Productivity is about using less effort to accomplish things. Productive work is positive, relaxed, and sustainable. Life should not be stressful and difficult. It should be full of energy and clarity, focus and momentum, especially but not exclusively at work. Managing yourself is simple, but not simplistic. Think of throwing a stone into a pond. The water responds to the stone in a perfectly appropriate way. The water does not move too much, and neither does it move less than enough. It does what it has to do and then returns to what it was. Unfortunately, most people do not work like water. They are full of stress and anxiety, pressed for time, overwhelmed by details, and bogged down by worry and nagging chores left undone. They do too much and too little, often at the same time. They are frantically busy, but they unconsciously waste time. Take 5 minutes. Find something you can write fast with, and dump everything that pops into your head. These helpful tips can make your life and your work less stressful and more productive. By cleaning up your mental and physical clutter, you can free yourself to be more creative and to reach for goals you have always wanted to have time to achieve. Clean up. The unexpected always happens. You need to be ready for it. But if your mind and your desk are full of all the chores you expect to manage, how can you possibly deal with the unexpected effectively? 2 commitments in your head create stress and failure. You need to make mental and physical space by clearing things away. Take advantage of every little rag and tag of time to clean out and clear up. When a meeting starts late, winnow your inbox or do some necessary reading. Move things off of your agenda and out of your mind by getting them done. Never waste time. Don't just get organized. Purge your brain by writing down everything that you have in it. Write as fast as you can, without any analysis or organization. Don't worry about what the items you scribble mean. Just put them on paper. Look at them and interpret them later. Remember that you may have great ideas when you least expect them, so always carry a notepad and pen so that you can record those ideas when they arrive. You may not be able to implement them immediately, but writing them down will preserve them so you can get to them later. Know your commitments. Write down all of the things you have committed to do. Put everything together in one place so you can find it all when you need or want it. When you have listed all of your commitments, look at the roster and decide what you need to acquire or do in order to accomplish each item on the list. You may need more structure in some areas, more flexibility in others. Think and plan. Know your place. You have to know where you are before you can figure out where you are going. Identify all of your tasks, projects, and responsibilities, whether personal or work-related. Write down how these things are going to change over the course of the next year. Identify any problems, conflicts, and contradictions, the things you need to work on a little more, the things you need to work on less. Don't stop after you write down what you have to do. Keep writing. Note why you are doing things. Look at your whole chain of logic from your purpose on Earth to what you plan to do this afternoon. Let everything advance your objective. Too much is too much. Cut back, establish limits, and concentrate. Focus, focus, focus. That's one of the main reasons to write things down and review them regularly and repeatedly. It's easy to clutter up your mind and your life easy, but dangerous to your mental health and productivity. Keep one commitment on your mind at a time. Your mind keeps track of every commitment you make. Jobs that you have not finished linger in your subconscious. Clear your mind by writing these commitments down and consciously making decisions about handling them. Set up agendas and action steps. If you do not write out your commitments, you will be frustrated and anxious. This is not the same thing as setting priorities. Priorities only work on one level. The conscious level of your mind may be aware of and willing to accept priorities, but your unconscious will keep churning away at the lower priority tasks you haven't done anything about addressing. Setting priorities can be the enemy of productivity. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. People who establish a few clear priorities and leave their other commitments off the priority list will always have those other commitments nagging at the back of their minds. Put everything on your list and treat everything with equal priority, at least as far as setting up your action plans and determining your next steps are concerned. After all, you can't win a game you haven't defined. Finishing things gives you energy. Clean your garage, your workspace, and your head. When you clear things from your to-do list, you will be able to tap into energy you are now using to worry subconsciously about when and whether you'll ever get them done. Pay attention to what bothers you. When something keeps bothering you, distracting you, popping into your head at odd moments and generally getting in your way, it's probably because you haven't done anything about it. Writing down this obligation and developing a plan for when and how to deal with it will help you eliminate a bothersome distraction. A clear mind is a creative mind. You can't be really creative if your mind is full of untended business. Many people procrastinate and never quite get around to doing the things that they consider really important or really rewarding. Why? Often because they are afraid they won't do them well enough. As long as they don't work on those elusive projects, they can tell themselves they'd do them really well if only they had time. They never have to face the fact of actually attempting to achieve their real goal. And because they never do it, it's a source of frustration and anxiety instead of satisfaction. It is our relation to circumstances that determines their influence over us. Don't get caught in this energy-sucking trap. Start that business. Paint that picture. Learn that language. Begin. Don't worry. Worry is an unproductive expenditure of mental energy. Productivity, remember, is about using as little effort as possible to achieve an objective. Don't worry, it wastes effort. Instead, budget time every month or so to think thoroughly and carefully about your life, work, and direction. Keep good lists and stay busy. When you are caught up on your urgent work, do something relaxing. You'll probably have some of your most creative insights that way. Clarify. Always be willing to pull out a pen and paper or stand up at a whiteboard with a marker in your hand and put all of your thoughts in writing. Make sure you know at every moment what you are doing and why you are doing it. Take a higher level view of where all the pieces fit together. This will clarify your thinking and make you more effective. Write down what you want your life to be like 5 or 10 years from now. Draw a blueprint, and you may be surprised at how wonderfully time fills it in for you. You can't work hard enough. The hardest work is the work you put off doing. Undone work gets harder and harder as time goes on. Put the most important things at the forefront of your mind. Think about them and address them as promptly as possible. Once you've addressed them, they won't be hard anymore, they'll be done. Do your best. There's an old saying to the effect that the best is the enemy of the good. Many people are reluctant to do their personal best because they fear that their best will fall far short of being the objective or external best. They would rather live with a dream of possibility than with the reality of accomplishment. To do your best, you must live the truth. You must put your ego at risk. You must accept the challenge and live with the reality of what you can do and have done. Do it. Act. Get perspective. Your attitude and perspective can constrain or liberate you. You have some of your best ideas when you can't do anything about them. When you are in an elevated state of consciousness, pay attention to your ideas. Inspiration doesn't necessarily come every day. Be ready for it. Have your pen and paper at hand so you don't forget or lose the ideas that come to you in your inspired moments. Think more. To be more productive, you need to decide what you're going to do. Write it down and look at it step by step. Write down each objective, each task, and the necessary follow-up actions, then act systematically. No knowledge worker can expect to be maximally effective without thinking this way. Most people know this, but few practice what they know to be necessary. Take your first steps in the right direction now. Think less. If you very deliberately focus on and develop action plans for everything you have to do, you will be doing it, and doing it is almost as good as being done with it. You will always be accomplishing something. You will always be making progress, and, therefore, you will not have to worry. Instead of splitting your mental focus up among a number of undone and pending projects, you will be able to think exclusively about the one thing you're working on at a given time. The problem is never how to get new, innovative thoughts into your mind, but how to get the old ones out. That is what athletes call being in the zone. It doesn't mean not thinking at all. On the contrary, It means thinking exclusively and with intense focus about just one thing. Liberate your creativity. It is wrong to suppose that systems, organization, and rules, like writing things down, constrain creativity. On the contrary, by allowing you to free up the mental energy wasted by chaos, they liberate your creativity. You will be able to focus more clearly and effectively if you carefully and systematically establish boundaries for your mind. A good system is one you don't notice. Make sure your work processes are unnoticeable. If your files are bulging and hard to use, your filing system is bad. If you hardly notice your filing system, it's good. Good systems are like good motors, they run silently without drawing any attention to themselves. Relax. Tension is the enemy of productivity. Relax. Be able to take advantage of free time when it comes. Good systems and effective organization will help you take it easy. You don't have to be charged up and braced for action all of the time. It's unhealthy and counterproductive, and leads you to react inappropriately. Your power is proportional to your ability to relax. Live in the moment, relaxed and calm. Face facts, face fears, confront them and then let them go. Takeaways. Setting priorities can be counterproductive to getting organized. To be more productive, write everything down and follow these tips. Clean out your head. Focus on one thing at a time. Clarify your purpose and get perspective. Stability and clarity enable creativity. Your thoughts are valuable, capture them. Always carry a notebook. Remember that the purpose of organization is effective action. Relax, slow down and concentrate to accomplish more with your time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe our channel for more videos.